just want your love. I just want your love.
What's up, guys? Edgar here, Lifestyles Defined. Welcome back to another app showdown. So today I have Myfitnesspal. It's one of the apps that I use on a daily basis. I'm not going to compare the iOS version, just the Windows Phone and Android version, due to the fact that Android and iOS have virtually identical application when it comes to Myfitnesspal. So with that being said, let's get started. The first thing I'll tell you is that I prefer the Android version over the Windows Phone version, and I'll get into details on why that is. So let's go ahead and get started with Windows Phone here. So this is the Windows Phone version. This is the main screen, the home screen of Myfitnesspal. You have your diary, you have your nutrients. We can go in there and check my nutrients, what I've ate so far, right? So macros, all that good stuff. Add into your diary, which you can choose to from breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, exercises, things like that you can add. Let's go back. You can see my remaining calories. You can see calories, my goal, food that I've taken already. And on here towards the bottom, it's statuses. Basically, it's telling me I've logged in for 5 days in a row. You can also see people that you follow here. For instance, Dr. G here burned 264 calories doing a 25-minute workout. So that's pretty sweet. But anyway, you can't see what people eat, and I think that's something that people like to keep private. Obviously I don't want anybody to know that I snacked on some Cheetos today or something like that, But anyway, this is the home section. Now notice that this application has not been updated in quite some time. In fact, you don't see any new redesigned UI or anything like that. It's basically the same design that it's had for quite some time now, and it actually is the Windows Phone 8 design language or 7 design language, and because you can actually swipe to navigate through the menu here. It'll take me to my diary. Swipe again, we can go into process. Swipe again, you can edit your profile, edit food and exercises, settings and things like that, and then we can go back home. Now you don't have a hamburger menu here. You do have the menu towards the bottom, which I actually miss because it's so easy to access, especially on the 1520, a big device like this one. But anyway, menu here, you can refresh, see friends, change the dates, and then you can pin the summary to the start. You can go to previous day, next day, and then you can add a new status if you want. So cool thing about this is you can pin separate parts of the application to the start screen, which is something that I love for Windows Phone, from Windows Phone, something that I think a lot of developers don't use anymore. But anyway, let me show you how that works. So you pin the summary, and once it's done, you go into your start screen. I don't know if it's there yet. Okay, here we go. We'll bring it back up just to show you how this works. So this is the actual application. So when I launch that, it's going to launch the application. Now when I go in here, you notice this tile here. Right now it's on medium size. It shows me, it says Myfitnesspal, shows me my calories remaining in numbers, but it also has a little circle with a slider, a green slider on there that shows me how far I'm in to my daily goal. Now it'll flip. Now you see a lot more information. So you see it flip there, show me the information. It'll flip again and show me other information as well. You can make it small where it'll show you just a little circle slider. You can make it large and it'll show you in percentage your daily goal, what you've ate so far, my goal and what I've taken or what I have remaining. Here you see my profile picture, how much I've my net, what I've intaken already, and then it'll flip again. So pretty powerful tile. When you launch, when you hit it, it'll actually take you to the home section. Now if we go into diary again, you're able to bring up this menu. You can change the previous or next day, and then we can go into different food items here. For instance, breakfast, I had a egg and cheese sandwich. I can go in here and edit it. I can remember the meal, I can save it under any name I want. So in the future, if I make it the exact same sandwich, I don't have to go looking for the ingredients anymore. I can actually save them under a name and have all those ingredients grouped already, and so basically I only have to look for that item and I'm good to go. You can copy a meal to another day too, which you can go to yesterday. Say you forgot to log yesterday and you had the same meal today, you can copy that meal and take it to a different day. So that's pretty cool. Progress, you can weigh in, you can do all that there, and again you can edit your goals through here. Now again, the app has not been updated in quite some time yet. It does crash pretty often, and sometimes it doesn't launch at all, so you have to uninstall. But right now it's working pretty well. But again, it's still the same design. There's a lot of features missing, and I'll show you those features now. Let me jump into the Android version. Alright, so this is the Android version here. So you notice it's a lot different actually. You have cards similar to what you see with Cortana or Google now. Um, you notice here on top, I have my goal, what I've taken so far, and remaining calories. And then here you have my feed here. I've logged in for 5 days in a row. Some ads, of course. And then the cool thing about this though is sometimes you get some nice tips and recipes and things like that for exercises and meals. Now, if I drag this over, I have a menu here. I can go to my diary, and you'll notice you can see the items that I've already eaten. You can jump into the item and see a lot of the what's inside this item. 60 calories. You have 3 grams of protein, 4.5 grams of fat, and 2 carbs. So that's pretty sweet that you have that information there. And let's go goals. So my goals, and these are actually old. I need to redo them, but you can change how much weight you want to gain weekly, bi-weekly, or things like that. And then nutrition, again, you can go to nutrition and kind of see, it gives you a graph of what you've eaten so far, and things like that. So that's pretty cool. We can go to nutrients. Again, it shows me everything that I've been taking so far, and then macros, which is pretty sweet. Let's go back. My recipes and foods, I don't think I have any there, but I do have meals, and this is what I was talking about on Windows Phone. If you go into meals, these are all meals that I've created by basically grouping certain items that I eat often. For instance, like the egg sandwich, I eat that pretty often, so all I did was group all of those items into one. I named it egg, cheese, and ham sandwich, and now instead of looking for every single item, all I do is go in here, choose that, and then add it to my diary. So that's pretty cool. But there's so many things. Like for instance, if you want to add something, let's go back home here. If you want to add something, you have this little add button here towards the bottom, and all you have to do is click on it, and it'll bring up this really sweet menu here. You can add status, water, food, exercise, or weight. If I want to add food, and say I want to add lunch, one thing that's really cool is, for instance, if you add an item that's really high on sodium, or too high on carbs or something like that, the app will actually let you know, hey, your goal is to eat only this much. This item is gonna take so much percentage of that amount. So if you only have a sodium limit of 3,000, and you eat something that's 1,000, it's gonna warn you. It's gonna tell you, hey, take it easy on the sodium. But the Windows Phone version does not do that. The other cool thing about this is, of course, the widget that you can add to the home screen. So here I have this widget here, and it gives me my calories, which is my goal, food, exercise, all that good stuff here. It has a little plus sign which will take you, so you can add a meal. But the other cool thing is that it gives you a barcode scanner as well, which is really cool. Now, it doesn't work all the time, I will say that. If you click on the barcode, it actually worked this time, so it launches the barcode right away. That's pretty sweet. Now, like I said, on Windows Phone you get the live tile, right? But it gives you really good information. That is one thing that I love about that tile, so I don't have to jump on it. But this widget does basically the same thing. But like I said, a lot of people have big issues with Windows Phone with the apps, and it's not necessarily that you don't have the apps, is the quality of some of the apps, like the official apps, because third-party applications are amazing on Windows Phone, at least most of them. But apps like this one right here, Myfitnesspal, it's such a popular application, and the fact that they haven't updated the app for so long, it just doesn't make any sense. With Android, you have so many options, you have so much information from within the application. Even the little tiny things. Like I said, I like eating ramen noodles, and when I put ramen noodle, those things are like 1200 or some sodium. So when I do that, this app, the Android version, lets me know, hey, your sodium is too high. You only have so much left. On Windows Phone, it doesn't do that. So if you're not watching it as much, if you don't watch your diet as much, or if you're not used to being that discipline when it comes to your diet. You know, a Windows Phone doesn't do a good job of, or at least Myfitnesspal on Windows Phone doesn't do a good job of kind of helping you to learn, hey, this isn't something you should be into often, but the Android version does, and that's why I think I prefer the Android version over the Windows Phone version. Again, with the Windows Phone version, you have different tiles that you can use to, you know, basically give you a shortcut to that takes you directly to a particular or specific part of the app. But on Android, you have that widget that works really well. And again, you know, if they updated the Windows Phone version, I mean, if you look at it right now, it just looks so different. It looks so different. You can tell that the Windows Phone version is outdated for sure. But anyway, this was just a quick look at Myfitnesspal app showdown. Let me know what you think. Hit the comment section below. And as always, my name is Edgar, signing off. Peace.